I pray that y'all can hear me. I pray that I can be heard, and I pray that the audio is not on my Bluetooth device, okay? It's your girl, Coach Tuka, and y'all know what time it is? 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, okay? Hold on. Hold on, yeah. Okay. All right. I'm so glad you're here, Miss Joyce. Are you able to hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I'm feeling like my Bluetooth is connected in some way. That's what I'm feeling like. But listen, I got a word. I want to talk about this Ozempic. Okay, tomorrow is my last day talking about Ozempic. This is my last day. Okay, good. Miss Dress can hear me. Tomorrow my last day talking about Ozempic. Every time I think I'm about to turn it off, the Lord give me one more thing. And I'll be like, okay, Lord, we going to tell him. We going to tell him one more thing. That's what I say. Lord, we're going to tell him one more thing, and then we're going to be done with it, okay? We're not going to talk about Ozempic no more. Okay? So I got to tell y'all what he told me to say today. So first of all, if you are here live, just say, hey, girl, hey, I'm here. So I know you're here live. If you are on replay, gang, say replay so I can come back and show you some love. All right? When you get done, make sure you share this with somebody. If one single thing, one nugget is dropped that somebody you know can hear you. Okay. If somebody you know need this word, share it with them. And then make sure your notifications are on and you are subscribed. Okay. I know for sure I'm going to be here every day at 4 o'clock. I'm like, sometimes in the morning, I get a word and I'll be like, I should just drop this, but I wait. All right. So here's what I'm talking about. We've been here all week talking about losing weight, all right? And losing weight is important. If you got weight on your body that you need to lose, that's important. But here's what I know, what I want to say. I believe it matters who you trust to lead you through the weight loss. The wrong decision about who's going to guide you through weight loss could be problematic towards your success, okay? So, I mean, if you think about it now, this might just be me, but I'm sure it's not. Like, we've trusted different coaches, all right? We've trusted different programs. We have trusted different diets. I've even trusted different medications, okay? But the truth is, and here's what I want to ask you. Have we decided to trust God with our bodies? Have we made the decision that we are going to trust God? Hey there. Oh, thank you. Have we made the decision that we're going to trust God with our bodies? So I want to make it clear because I always have to give a disclaimer. I'm not here to make nobody feel bad. I don't believe in shaming people, so I'm not trying to beat you up. But I am trying to have an honest conversation with you. All right? If you feel bad, when I was told I was a sugar addict, boy, that thing felt bad. Okay? It hurt my feelings. I was in my feelings for about half a day. All right? So I do want to stir up some conviction. I do want to get you to thinking about things differently than you've been thinking about it, because another thing that Ozempic could never do is carry you where obedience can. All right? So when we make a decision that we're going to do what God told us to do, the reward that you get from that, Ozempic could never give it to you. So I'm talking about this and I'm going in on Ozempic because I know that's what changed my life, obedience. That's what changed my life. Hey there, that's what changed my life, obedience. I was minding my own business and the pandemic just pulled up on us, okay? I was living a regular scheduled, busy life, doing all the things, going here, there, and everywhere. And then the pandemic just showed up. So in the time that I was like, okay, what do you do in the house for 2 weeks? I went to Alabama for one of my friends' baby shower. So I can always remember the age of her baby. We went to Alabama for her baby's birthday. And we came back home to the world being shut down and being told that we could not leave our houses for 2 weeks. So I'm like, what am I supposed to do in the house for 2 weeks? So I started getting creative. I started doing like fixing on stuff. Going, you know how we did? We was going for walks, all right? And it just happened that as I was out in my neighborhood walking, I saw this woman in my neighborhood and she was walking. The next day, I saw the lady again. And I'm like, this woman here is consistent. Every day I would see this lady who today I could not identify if I tried. If I wanted to go back and thank this lady for being an example of consistency, I could not. I cannot tell you what she looked like. So I'm very clear that she was only sent there as a vessel to give me a message, to deliver a message to me about my lack of action and my inconsistency. Yeah, that's my little blanket I landed. So I was looking at this lady and I said, man, when this is over, like I don't know what we're doing here. All right, I don't know what all this pandemic stuff means. But this lady right here, whenever we get out, she gonna be different. I sort of felt like 2 weeks was too quick. I was like, they're gonna have all this sorted out in 2 weeks. I don't know if I believe it, but this lady's gonna be she gonna be different. Something about this lady, she's gonna be different. And I felt the voice of God say, what about you? I felt the Holy Spirit, as sure as my name is Tanisha James, say, what about you? What about you? And I was like, well, I really don't know, because at that point, me and my kids were going to the store and we were getting all the good snacks, okay? I was going walking through the neighborhood, but we were getting Pop-Tarts, Oreos, all the things because we locked in the house and we need to be comfortable, okay? So we were going to the store getting all the good things, all right? So carry on, God is dealing with me about this. And then one day I say, God, I feel so bad. I would wake up and feel like I could just go back to sleep. You know, and I'm like, I know it's not supposed to feel like this. I know I'm not supposed to be exhausted all the time. I know I'm supposed to just lay these days away that you've given us. Like, I literally got a break and I can't do nothing but lay here because I'm so tired. And God was like, listen, if you don't get yourself together right now. I heard him clearly tell me, if you don't do it right now, you'll never do it. If you don't do it right now, when you have less to do in your life than you've ever had to do, you'll never do it. I didn't know, I can honestly say at that time, I didn't know exactly what he meant. I had no idea. But I heard, if you don't get it together right now, you're not going to ever get it together. All right? And so it was I didn't wait. I didn't say, okay, you know what, Lord, I'm gonna start over tomorrow. Y'all, I rolled over in that very moment. The moment I heard the voice of God, I rolled over. I grabbed my phone and I text 2 people. One person sent me a link and one person threw me a lifeline. She threw me a lifeline. One person texted me. They both responded. Praise God. And one person said, here's the link. Make your purchase. Let me know when you've done it. And the other person said, listen, let me tell you something. She FaceTimed me because that's how 100 she keep it. She FaceTimed me and said, let me tell you something. You got this all wrong. You don't need no doggone shakes, girl. Because that's what I thought God meant by get it together. I thought when he said get it together, I was obedient. I said, okay, let me get some shakes, because what shakes represented to me was I would have a quick way to choose different things for breakfast besides what I had been choosing. So it was like, okay, if you got these shakes, you could whip them up real quick. You don't have to eat them. But even that is a symptom of something that needed to be addressed that I didn't know. All right? So this is what I'm telling you. These are the things that Ozempic can never help you work through. Because you'll take an injection and potentially be left with Lord knows what. But in the midst of whatever you get, even if you lose weight, there's some things they'll never be able to show you how to do. And that's one. Like process, what's the meaning behind the reason you really do things? So the reason why I need shakes because I need something fast because I didn't make time for me. All right? I need quick things. Things that like you can whip up in 5 minutes because I lacked the ability to make time for myself. So I could be there for everybody else, show up for everybody else, but I don't have time to make myself a breakfast, a meal, any meal, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, all right, that will heal my body. So I want to talk about what the obedience means, because the first thing I want to know is that the word, I want you to know the word gave us distinct instructions on what it means, what we're supposed to be doing with these bodies. I told you earlier this week, we just get one. We get one body, one life, okay? We get no do-overs. Come on, Joyce. Obedience will make you stronger. We get no do-over. So I want to talk about what it means to honor God with your body. And I never want you to think that I made it up. I'm not that deep, okay? So when I look at my word, it said, First Corinthians 6, 19 and 20 says, do you not know that your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit? So hold on, wait a minute. Essentially, the Holy Spirit lives in me. You are not your own. Wait a minute. This ain't even my body. This body don't even belong. I am not my own. I was bought for a price, with a price. Therefore, honor God with your body. Listen, I ain't see nothing in this word about being skinny. I didn't see nothing in there about being skinny. All right? It said, honor God with your body. Ozempic could never show you how to do that. Ozempic could never. I didn't see anything in there either about being perfect. So you don't have to be perfect. But what I saw when I read this was stewardship. That God gave you this one body on loan. It's not yours. You are not your own. He gave you this one body on loan. It's his. It's not yours. It's on loan. And I need you to take care of this for me. So all of this represents stewardship, managing what God gave you. So 5 years ago when I was 80 pounds heavier, y'all, addicted to sugar. I talked to somebody last night and I told her she was a sugar addict. You know what she said? She said, well, I ain't going to call myself that. I'm like, oh, okay, well, you can call it whatever you want. I wouldn't call myself one either. It took somebody else to call me that to open my eyes. But 5 years ago, when I was 80 pounds heavier, addicted to sugar, exhausted out of my mind, on a bunch of medications, because the truth is, the one I was taking was amlodipine, but I had been prescribed medicine for different things that I just chose not to take. Hey, Sherelle. Yeah, I was on more medications than just amlodipine. So I was physically unhealthy, but that wasn't the only thing I was. My body was unhealthy, but you know what else I was? I was out of alignment. I was out of agreement. I wasn't in agreement with God about what he said. While at the same time praying that he pulled me off the bench. That he used me. That he picked me because I'm a chosen vessel. Pick me, Lord. I'll go. He like, you not well enough to go. I couldn't use you if I tried, okay? God said, you would fall asleep in the middle of the assignment. You would need a nap about a quarter of a ways through the assignment. I can't use you right now, all right? But when I got obedient, though. When I got obedient, okay? So obedience, doing what God told me to do. Y'all understand that? I don't know why we make that so complicated. For those of us with children, because I know the ones I got one sitting here looking upside my head right now. When I tell them to do something and they don't do it, I be like, if you don't do what I told you to do, I don't expect no questions. I don't want no pushback. Y'all don't want y'all kids giving y'all no pushback. They better not ask you no questions or take too long doing it. We will go all off about, you need to do what I told you to do. But God's so good to us, baby. He loves us still. So I was out of agreement. I was in disobedience of what God told me to do. All because I thought the answer was everything else besides doing what God told me to do. It was just that simple. Do what I told you to do. This is what I thought the answer was, y'all. Cutting off everything. Have no fun, okay? This is going to look like just eating grass off the ground in your front yard. This is what it's going to look like, getting healthy. Okay? I thought it meant that I couldn't mess up. I thought it meant when I said I started on Monday, well, I did good Monday, I did good Tuesday, but they don't count because I messed up Wednesday. Instead of saying, you know what, I messed up on Wednesday, but Wednesday ain't over. Let me do what I'm supposed to do for the rest of the day on Wednesday. All right? So when I got obedient, when I stopped looking for these quick fixes, when I stopped looking for Weight Watchers, the doggone, I need to look up some of these things I did, baby, because I did. Man, I'm trying to think. I don't be want to call people out, but I used to take these little packets. I got them from my trainer. It was like different little packets you take every day. Have no clue what was in them. No clue. Couldn't tell you. All right? Just knew it was supposed to make me lose weight. And for a season, it did. All right? So when I got obedient, here's what I learned that Ozempic could never have given me or you. I learned how to give my body nutrients and have my peace of mind at the same time. Knowing that what I'm giving my body, when I say peace of mind, I wasn't stressed. With Weight Watchers, I was stressed. Because based on my cravings, these little points is running out faster than my appetite. And now here we are at the end of the day. And my little bank book balance that they give you, I don't know if they do it anymore. I need to go visit some Weight Watchers people. They just give this little checkbook looking thing. My little bank balance is running out, and your girl still hungry. All right? Because I was using all my little points on trash that gave me no nutrients. So I learned how to do this and not lose my mind doing it, is what I'm trying to say. When I got obedient, guess what? When my emotions be all over the place, I stopped running the cookies. I started running to him. I started talking to him. Like, Lord, I'm going to need your help right now. Lord, I'm going to need your help right now. Because right now, I'm about to smash some brownies. I'm about to tear them up, Lord. Because these people been trying me today. Okay? So I learned how to say, hold on, wait a minute now. I know. The cookies. I just thank the Lord, it wasn't no crumble. It seemed like it's most stuff you can run up on. Because we didn't have crumble cookies. But the fact that you can go buy cookies big as your head. Okay? I praise the Lord they didn't have them for the old version of me. Because I would have been like, baby, let me run through here and just grab me about 4, 5, 6 of these. Okay? Okay? So I learned how to deal with my emotions and not eat them. Not get my comfort, not get my peace from what I'm eating. I learned how to change my habits. All right? So I built new habits. All right? Which some people call discipline. I just call them habits. I call it changing what you do every day until it's what you do every day. I learned how to do that. Ozempic could never. Ozempic could never. Y'all, I got free. When I got obedient, I got free. All right? So, and I'm firmly convinced that there's God's desire for every last one of us. I'm firmly convinced that he don't want none of us bound by, he don't want us bound by food. He don't want us bound by people. He don't want us bound by our thoughts. And I know he don't want us bound by a product that we inject in our bodies and we don't even know what it is. I'm sure of it. So I got free. And Ozempic could have never given me. The sheer fact that had I taken the easy route, all right, or had I gotten results somehow on the easy route, the fact that I would have had my results, but I couldn't stand here and tell you what I know beyond a shadow of a doubt. All right? If I'd have done some quick fix diet. Because I will say my journey wasn't hard. It was what I was being asked to do. It wasn't hard. It was the things about me that needed to change that complicated the situation. It was this sugar addiction. My coach didn't ask me to do anything difficult. And anybody who's coached with her will tell you, the lady ain't asking you to do nothing hard. I made it hard with this addiction that I kept feeding on the low, like on the low. I was feeding it, so it never went away. I made it hard by my feelings being the driver. If I feel like it, I do it. If I don't, I don't. All right? I do it today, not tomorrow. My inconsistency, because I'm waiting to feel like it. I made it hard. I made it hard by trying to make sure I'm there for people. All right? I made it hard. All right? So here's what I want you to do. Here's your steps. Here's your strategy, what you need to put your hands to, okay? This is why my mentor and pastor, Darius Daniels, taught me that you leave them with the hands, what the hands need to do. All right? So here's what your hands need to do. The first thing I want you to do is ask God before you ask Google. Some of us don't even have clarity of thought because the first thing we do, and I ain't knocking Google. I Google every day. I'm sure I do. Very rarely do I have a day that I ain't got to Google something, okay? Very rarely. When I read Second Corinthians last week, I was like, wait a minute, now what Paul, what he go through? Google, what happened to Paul that he thought he was about to die? Okay? So I'm not saying don't Google. I'm saying ask God before you Google. I'm not telling you don't Google. So before you go to Google and say, is Ozempic harmful like Tuka said it is? Is there going to be an Ozempic class action lawsuit? Here's what I want you to do. I want you to pause and I want you to ask God, Lord, what do you want me to do with this body? What do you want me to do? And here's what I know he's not going to say. He's not going to say, fill it up with trash, honey. Get as many toxic processed foods as you can. He's not going to tell you that. He's not going to say that. I don't know what he's going to say because he's going to say it to you, not me. But you say, Lord, what do you want me to do with this body? I know he's not going to tell you. Listen, here. Start something that you're not going to be able to keep up. Start that and get a jump start, and then we'll figure it out later. He's not going to tell you that. He might say, listen, do it my way lasts. All right? The truth is, when I started doing it God's way and started talking to him and got obedient, he ran back the same person. See, you understand, my coach that helped me get all these results and lose 80 pounds, she had told me what to do in 2017. And I declined. I was disobedient. Because I believe the Lord sent her. I was, y'all, you weren't disobedient. Yes, I was. Let me tell you how I know. Because I was on a prayer call asking people to pray for me. I was on a prayer call like, y'all, pray for me. If your girl could just get some of this weight up off of her, pray for me. And God is so God and so immediate. I immediately received a private message on Zoom that said, hey, sis, I can help you. And I was like, this ain't it. Like, who else moves that fast in your life, okay? That you can speak the word and ask for the prayer and get an immediate answer. Only the God we serve. But I said, Lord, this ain't it. Okay? And I said, okay, girl, because I'm friendly and I'm Southern now. Okay? I was born in Missouri. Born and raised in St. Louis, Missouri, but been in Mississippi the majority of my life. I came here at 17. I'm 47. I've been here 30 years. August will be 30 years. So I'm a Southern girl now. I am a Southern male. So we are friendly, okay? And so I said, okay, girl, I'll hit you up. And did not. God sent an answer to my prayer, and I declined. Disobedience. All right, but God's so good and so redemptive. 3 years later, okay? But I'm praying the same prayer. God, like, who are you? You must be kin to them Israelites. Girl, why are we still here? Why are we circling still? Okay? And he dropped these two people on my spirit. One of them was the same lady. Hey, Ashley. Same lady who hit me up and told me the honest to God truth. So I asked God, what does he want? God, what is it? What you need? What I got to do to be free? What would you like me to do with this body? What would you like me to do? All right? And then when he tells you, I want you to start with stewardship. I want you to be a good steward. So obedience don't mean you just become brand new, like in the moment. It don't mean that overnight you go to bed, you wake up, you brand new, you're a new person, you do nothing. That's not what obedience means. Obedience means that every single day, every single day, I'm finna tell y'all in a minute, I'm finna get super duper transparent with y'all. Every single day, you have to make decisions that honor him, the body he gave you, the condition of the body that he gave you, and the example, like your walk, how you are, who you are. You have to do it every day. So I woke up this morning. Listen, I don't know why. I got I slept poorly last night. I got up in the middle. Y'all, my cousins, I can tell y'all. I got up in the middle of the night. I laid down early, woke up in the middle of the night, and got up and started working on my banner for YouTube. This is how much I love y'all. I want y'all to see my new brand colors when y'all come over here. And I said, oh, I gotta fix my house. I gotta fix the banner. Was up, still ain't fixed. Still don't look like I wanted to look, and still gotta do it, but was up till 3 o'clock in the morning. 3 o'clock in the morning. Okay? So I get up. I don't want to. Finally get up at 7, which is later than I'm supposed to get up, because the time I was going to bed, for sure, was the time I would normally be, an hour later, I'm supposed to be getting up. So I get up at 7 o'clock in the morning. Y'all, so water just hadn't been my best. Yesterday, I had Costco samples, and I had a sandwich, like a kid's lunch sandwich, okay? Why? Because I did not have all my veggies lined up. And I didn't have nothing prepared, and I should have. Obedience would have said, hey, it's a fasting day. But I made a sandwich. So I woke up this morning, my blood pressure was a little elevated, and I ain't like it. All right? Now, I know enough about this life and what to do. I could have said, you know what? I'm just going to scale back. I'm drink my water to reset itself in a couple of days. Baby, no. I said, well, we're not doing it. Okay? We're going to fix this right now. Right now. So I immediately executed on what I know to do to put my numbers in line. Just so happened that today, one of my good friends invited me to lunch. Okay? And I've been waiting to go. I've been looking forward to it. And it was at our favorite little Greek spots, okay? My favorite little Greek spot that I like to go to and get the little stuff on the pita bread with the hummus. Y'all know. All right? So obedience looks like I'm going to honor this body. I'm not in the right condition to be up here eating nobody's pita or the pizza they put it on. Because I love this a place you can get like 3 little different things because the portions aren't super big. You can get a pizza and a little pita chips with the hummus. And it be good. All right? But I had to tell myself up in there and I got a salad. As a matter of fact, the salad they had, the Greek salad, I said, listen, do me a favor. Don't put that feta cheese on there. Please don't put them olives on there. Okay? And listen, I don't want your dressing. Put me some... I should have recorded myself ordering this. I said, give me the vinegar, the red wine vinegar, okay? And if you could, just sprinkle a little olive oil on there. And they had a little lime squeezes over by the water. I said, give me a water. And I squeezed the little lime on there. And I loved it. And I loved it. All right? I made a decision, all right? Not based on how I felt, because I felt like the pita bread today. With the hummus and a little pita pizza thingy-majiggly on it. That's what I felt like. All right? But I decided today. I made a decision. I'm going to be obedient. Because this ain't my body. It belongs to my Heavenly Father. And the truth is, when my pressure is high, my alarms literally begin to sound in my head. So high to me ain't high to you. Because I'm used to now 115 over 75. So when I don't hit that, even if it's 121 over 86, nobody's alarmed. I'm a little concerned here because my mind says, "Oh, my heart is working too hard." All right, and so I need to deal with it now. I don't think I got tomorrow, so I need to quit playing. All right. So I'm saying, be the best manager of God's body. Be the best manager of His body. This is a whole walk. I can't fuss at you, and I don't do it. I can't fuss at you and I don't do it. All right? So first you're going to ask God before you ask Google. Next you're going to be a steward. Steward it well. Okay? Whatever He tell you, become a steward of that. All right? The next thing you're going to do is I want you to pause and I want you, when God gives you what He told you, don't get all shameful. Okay? Our Father doesn't shame us. Okay? But we do get convicted. So here's the mindset, like flip, I want you to do. I want you to flip your thinking. Conviction just calls you up. It pulls you up. All right? So when God tells you to do something, that little thing you feel like, you got to get right, okay? It's a call to go up. All right? Be better. The standard is raised. Shame it pushes you down. All right? So we're not shamed, but we are convicted. Okay? And once you get the conviction, follow the call. God is not trying to make you feel guilty. He's not trying to make you feel shameful. He don't want to guilt you into getting no results. He does want you to grow into what he intended you to be. He wants you well. So he wants you to grow, elevate into wellness. Okay? Not shame you into quitting, because that's what happens. All right? So that's number 3. Be called higher when you feel the conviction, because you're going to feel it. You going to feel it. Had I went to the restaurant today and got what I felt like getting, there would have been this little sting like, And we all have it. Every last one of us have it. But some of us say, you know what? I'm going to listen tomorrow. What BB and CC say? Tomorrow? Who promised you tomorrow? Right? Look, who promised you tomorrow? So we all feel it. When you feel that, come up. Come higher. All right? Because what happens when you don't? You get what you feel. You're like, man, forget that. Forget this little pizza thingamajiglet. And then you do the happy dance. Look at my pita. And then what do you feel immediately following? Shame, guilt, which does what? Make you go sit in the corner somewhere. All right? It separates you from your Father. And the enemy be like, yes, I got it in the corner by myself. I'm about to beat up. I'm about to beat up. It don't even, come on, Alicia. Alicia said it don't even be as good as you. It don't be worth the shame, do it. But then you go sit in the corner and the enemy be like, yes, I got her right where I want her. Over here by her doggone self where I could just whoop on her. Yes, I love it. Okay? So when you feel the conviction, higher. We on conviction bringing us up, not shame pushing us down. All right? And then the last thing you're going to do is you're going to join a community that keeps God right there in the middle of it. All right? See, it's a reason. There was a season in my life where I used to say things like, God or whatever you believe in, it's just God for me. Period. And if it ain't for you, it ain't for you. But it's always going to be him with me. So I can't even, one day I just woke up and said, baby, how are you going to even try to do it without him? How are you going to do it and don't say his name? So you don't need another, they always gonna come up with something. All right? I was talking to my mama one day about a person we know who stay on a thing and look the same. And these are invasive things, surgeries, tucking stuff and pulling stuff and clipping stuff off. You know, they always gonna have a thing that you can get on. Guess what? After Ozempic, Mounjaro, and Wegovy, it's gonna be another thing. And a thing after that, and a thing after that, and a thing after that. And every time they come with a thing, I need you to tell yourself this: God's way lasts. It's unchanging. It's the same. It's the same. All right? So you don't need the next thing they coming up with. What you do need, though, is some guidance from people who have been there. Grace, when you don't know how to give it to yourself. And accountability with love, okay? Because we going to get checked, but in love. All right? So I'm not telling you wrong for wanting, like, you're not wrong for being tired and exhausted and worn out. You're not tired for that. I saw a clip today. I mean, you're not wrong for that. I saw a clip today of Damon Wayans was on Club Shay Shay, and I just saw like a little reel. You know, they clip things off. And he was talking about his father just coming home and being humble and his presence meaning everything. And he talked about how his mama didn't make it easy, how she was cussing him out and doing all these things. And, his father just still loved her, unconditionally, even though she would cuss him out and, I don't know, talk about him and stuff just. And, people were talking about the mama, and saying like how she was wrong. But I think that lady had like 10 kids. I think that lady had 10 children. I'm betting she was tired, okay? Okay? That was the first thing that came to my mind. Like, baby, well, first of all, he got to go to work while she was in the house with all them kids, okay? Not one, not two, but multiple, a lot of babies, okay? I can't even imagine. All right? So you're not wrong because you're tired. All right? You're not wrong for wanting to get out of that. You're not wrong for the condition. Like, life happens, okay? Nobody sits there and says, you know what, I'm going to gain weight until I look at myself in the mirror and don't recognize me. Nobody says that. Just bit by bit, all right? We overlook things until we don't know what it looks like anymore, all right? So you're not wrong for where you are. You're not bad for where you are. I'm not saying you're wrong for wanting to get help. So if you thought it was Ozempic, I don't think you're wrong for that. I am saying, though, that there's a better way. I am saying that there's a way that will give you real freedom. There's a freer, real, lasting way. I am saying that there's a way that you won't depend on an injection, that you'll depend on something that is always there, and that's his strength. If I told you I ain't never been like, it's the weekend, baby. I done told y'all I'm the queen of running back. Okay? If I travel, I like to go to places that have food that I haven't had before, so I can say I had that thing in that place. Okay? When I got to Dubai, the coffee was good, and I wanted to find out. They had this Dubai chocolate, and I wanted to find out. All right? So that's not even wrong. But the part I have to ask God to help me with, the part I need his strength for is try the chocolate. Try the chocolate. Don't try the chocolate and try it again. Because I'm the queen of, that was good. So when we went to Dubai, there was this, the hotel that we were staying at, they had a bakery. It was like a bistro type bakery. And it was amazing because all the desserts would change. So the first day, while we were waiting on our rooms to be prepared, because we got there a little weird time, I went into the bistro and I said, somebody said, oh, you know what I heard? I heard the coffee is good in Dubai. I said, oh, let me find out. Let me see. And as I was waiting on my coffee, I looked in a little dessert case. They had like a little sandwich bistro area. But I looked in a little dessert case and I was like, these look like some good, y'all, one thing about me, I know a good dessert when I see one. I said, these look like some good desserts. I said, let me get I don't know, some kind of chocolate cover situation, okay? And the lady mentioned to me, oh, these change like multiple times a day. So like this little thing you had tomorrow, good thing you got it if you like it because it won't be here tomorrow. Tomorrow there'll be something new. When she said that, I said, oh, Lord, today. I said, baby, I told myself on that first day, what you not going to do is run your tail down here to this place. So it was kind of off in the cut. You have to pass it, like you get off the elevator and you go to the right. I told myself on day one, I said, Lord, I need your help. Help me to go right every day and not left. Help me to go right every single day. Because depending on me, we gonna eat. There were moments like we would be waiting on people, like when we were going out into, out to see sights and things. And we might be down in the little lobby area waiting. Now it's straight ahead of me. I'm just gonna go, we had drivers. I'm gonna go wait for the driver. Because I can't sit right here. Lord, help me. Okay? So I'm saying there's a freer way, and there's a, like, Ozempic can't help you do that. Ozempic can have you thinking, I'm down a couple of pounds. I can have this. Not understanding that the desserts ain't bad. The coffee ain't bad. Ain't nothing wrong with them. Ain't nothing wrong with sugar. Sugar ain't bad. But what we do with it is we make it bad. So what I could do with the coffee, i.e. eating it, drinking it every day. What I end up doing with the little dessert chocolate covered concoction thingy, there's the part that we can't have. Ain't no wrong with the dessert. The decadent dessert thing was good. It was like a brownie cake situation covered in chocolate. So good. But it was all they stuff tastes different. Fresh. It wasn't the chocolate y'all thinking. So good. And I knew at first bite. And the lady telling me that this won't be here tomorrow, so glad you enjoy it. Because we gonna have something different tomorrow. Don't come in here. Don't come in here. All right? So they had a little spot up on the ninth floor. It's like ninth or 10th floor, but anyway, it was like a rooftop area where I could tell the people I want a salad, and I would say, make me a salad. They did it. It was delicious. Go up there, not down here. Don't come meet these people upstairs, okay? So I would just leave my room if I had wanted a bite to eat to get the little salad bistro, the thing upstairs with the piece of salmon on it, okay? So I'm just saying, God's intention, all jokes aside, is for us to be free. And Ozempic could never help you be free, all right? So I'm going to leave y'all with Galatians 5:1, which says, it is for freedom that Christ has set us free. Stand firm, then do not let yourselves be burdened again by a yoke of slavery. So here's what I took from that. When you get free, he wants you to stay free. All right? We free. We can be free. So when you get the freedom, stay there. All right? Ozempic can never tell you how to stay free. So you can be free. You can be free from the scale. You can be free from the guilt and shame where the enemy take you in the corner and beat you up. You can be free of this starting and stopping cycle over and over. You can be free of starting stuff that ain't good for you. All right? You can be free. And Ozempic can never give you that. It can never give you that. All right? So if you are ready to stop all of these shenanigans, okay? All these shenanigans. What the word say? There's a way according to men that always seems right. It seems right, but leads to death. Like, don't stop doing what everybody's doing. Okay? I don't care what your cousin, sister, friend, neighbor doing. Or how slim they got. All right? So if you're ready, come and join us in my free community. ReadySetHabits.com is the link that you click. It's free as free can be. Not only is it free, I show up there on a regular basis, and I do a monthly training where I teach you different things. So my monthly training next Thursday night, and all you got to do is be in the community, and I'm going to send you the link. All right? Make sure you come, though, because the replays, I need to say this. See, because people think because I offer for free in my free community, they can catch it later. No, the replays go to my VIP community, and you can meet us over there, too. All right? Those go to my VIP community. All right? So I just want to show you a faith-filled, habit-focused way to get free. All right? If you're with me, say I'm choosing me. Go to ReadySetHabits.com. And, baby, hop on in there and introduce yourself, okay? We're going to do this God's way because it lasts. We're going to honor our temples. We're going to get back right. I love you to life. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Couldn't change it. Couldn't make me stop. I love you to life. I love you enough to snatch your butt back over here, okay? To keep you out the Ozempic streets so that you can be well beyond the weights. We want to lose the weight. Oh, yes, we do. Okay? I want to, y'all, Coach Rote doing a thing on May the 1st, okay? I don't know if it's for everybody. That's why I be scared to say it here. Okay? I don't know who it's for. I don't know if it's for her community. I need to ask. Okay? And it requires us to use this little body analyzer that's on the way. I can't wait to get. All right? So I'm convinced I'm going to go down a couple of sizes. I'm convinced. All right? So ain't nothing wrong with wanting to lose weight, but do it in a way that you can get and stay free, okay? I love y'all to life, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Same bad time, same bad place.